What's up, guys? In this video I want to talk about Delphox, which honestly, maybe I'm rating too high, but I think this Pokemon is absolutely busted when it comes to the Fire Spin and the Unite move, and even in lane. So I tried a lot of Delphox in lane, and it didn't get a change in the last patch, so yeah, it didn't get nerfed or anything, or, you know, changed at all. And I still think it's absolutely insane. Fire Spin. Such a broken move, it's very easy to play. It doesn't really require much skill. And for hit items though, I am currently running Body Barrier, Choice Specs, and Vice Glasses. In this game I went Energy Amplifier to try it out. But yeah, I think I prefer the Double Glasses Body Barrier the most. So early game of course can be a bit rough. Ember's our last hitting with Will-O-Wisp, but Ember's our main last hit tool. And it does okay damage. So we can get bullied off lane, but as soon as we get to level 7 or 5, yeah, pretty strong. And it's obviously our main goal. So I'm going to steal this Audino away, go to the left side. I don't want to be too aggressive early game. Again, our early game is not the strongest, but Ember does get last hits. It does reasonable damage. It does reasonable damage, nothing too crazy. It does reasonable damage. So, yeah, first evolution, try to get to level 5 for Mystical Fire, and then if you get Mystical Fire, we can actually have pretty good last hitting. And then we just try to get level 7 before the first Dread spawns. Of course, you can get bullied out of lane, but I think as long as you make to level 12, 13, 14 late game, which if you farm well, you can always do. And then we get the Big B as well. That was very important to get the Big B. Then you can just take over games, and you're totally fine for late game and for mid game team fights. I think the Unite move of Delphox is so strong as well. It has such low. It has lowest current in the entire game of any Unite move, and the slow is actually also very strong. Back then I was like, before this Pokemon came out, I was like, oh, this Unite move looks kind of boring and bad. But seeing how much it slows as well, like people literally, if you don't have an escape, you can't run out of it. Here you get a cheeky score in. Also, excuse me, level 6, of course. Level 6 is the first ability, not level 5. you evolve to Delphox level 6, and that's where you get Mystical Fire. Sorry for that. I was thinking of a different Pokemon. Oh, we barely get into Hyperspace Portal there. So we one last hit away from level 6 for the Mystical Fire. And yeah, we still play Mystical Fire, I don't like Fire Blast. I mean, Fire Blast is fine, but the current reduction of Mystical Fire is just way too important. You get so many more Fire Spins out in team fights, and I think that's what matters, right? You wanna use your insanely OP ability as much as you can, and Mystical Fire just allows us to use our beyond OP ability even more. So almost level 7 now, gonna look for another score, but this score was kind of, it was just a very dumb score. Try to get the Hyperspace Portal back again. I barely don't make it. I don't know why I scored there. It makes no sense. The jungler's, I mean, almost 720 for the bees, right? And that's a very bad overextension. It makes no sense. We always look at the timer, and around 750, 740 is where the jungler can gank as well again. It's on average where jungler ganks, so to be totally aware of it. Now we pick up our Fire Spin. We're going to start using it on the Blissey, and we try to hit our Mystical Fire. So level 11 is what we really want. Level 11, oh man, this is the problem though sometimes as well. Like, you just die. Well, of course, I just get Renacing down, you have no, you have no mobility. Our jungler is also somewhat level 6 only still. This is my jungler right there, the Greninja. He's only level 6. He's 2 levels on the enemy jungler, but that's solo queue sometimes, right? That is just a solo queue life. So now the game looks pretty rough already, and yeah, our laning phase again was okay, but now it turned quite bad. Level 11 is where we get the current reduction on Mystical Fire hits, so we try to get level 11 as fast as we can, and now it's looking quite doomed. I already got Dread, they got a lot of kids right there. Our jungler is still at level 9 too, so quite difficult to do anything. So we're gonna stay calm and just farm. We farm experience, and we just hope we get counter kills, so try to get to level 9 as fast as possible for my Unite move. And then yeah, I'm just gonna stay bot lane right now. We still have our dinos spawning for both sides, so I might be able to get some more dinos for free. See the Charmeleon, gonna cast the Fire Spin, follow up with a Mystical Fire, and he's dropping very low, had to use X speed, so maybe next Fire Spin he might actually die. I'll try to take this now. Should probably maybe keep my Fire Spin there instead of doing damage to the Audino, but yeah. Gonna look for bottom side. There was like one Audino on the meme map, but it's already down. Gonna Fire Spin as well again. We can slowly poke him as well, going through the hyperspace, gonna get full HP, fall back, and the next Fire Spin should hopefully kill him. Another Fire Spin, Mystical Fire. And now suddenly that's a good comeback already. This one kill, we get some nice points in. They kill our top goal, which is totally fine. Gives us more Audinos, so we're totally happy with that. And almost on way to level 11. Again, shouldn't be too deep. If you get chased down, you can always put a Fire Spin between you and your chaser. It's also quite nice. So it does have pretty good peel though too, if you're not too far out in the enemy team. Snipe away the Mystical Fire. We just put on, I'm just gonna put on a Unite move here. I know it's quite close before the next Dread, but we actually also force really tough Unite, which is much better, much more important for them. So I'm gonna stay at max range now, try to Mystical Fire after Mystical Fire, another Fire Spin, And we do pretty good damage there, but sadly nothing dies really. I mean, the teams are still pretty far ahead. Another Mystic Fire. Charizard Unite moves us now. Or not us, but one of our allies, so we kind of have to run a bit array a bit. Also, Mystic Fire has like an explosion around it after landing, so it does AoE damage as well. So right here, another Fire Spin. Go for the Charizard. I just preemptively blinked away from the Machamp, because I know that he would probably go for me there. And we just barely lived. Another Mystic Fire, the Blissey dies to someone else. So... And this is like the comeback right now. The enemy's overextending, and that's why you always have to calm down. Like, if your team does mistakes, why can't the enemy team do mistakes, right? So I was gonna play around it. I'm gonna try to get my next Unite move up, but we should be going for this thread slowly. But I really want my next Unite move up, so because there's probably gonna be a team fight as soon as this thread goes down as well. I don't have the best last hitting anyways, and they actually get it. Mystic Fire really is not something that's consistent last hitting thread now, so I just try to get my next Unite move up, because I knew this team fight would happen. Fire Spin the Charizard to finish him off, and I'm just going to Unite move the Cinder Ace, and now the Blissey's also stuck in my Unite move, going to kill him too. And this is totally fine. Like, we ace them afterwards, which is more experience than getting Dreadnought anyways. I get a 50 score in, and now I'm going to Fire Spin this guy, Mystic Fire. Now you can see our cooldown reduction. 2 Mystic Fires gives us another Fire Spin. That's very important to know. So, Fire Spin, Mystic Fire, Fire Spin. And you just keep doing that in teamfights, of course. And after you see your Unite move, it is even faster, so... Yeah, quite insane. Now we are on hit level 13, where Fire Spin does more damage. So level 13 Fire Spin is just, if people are stuck in the tornado animation, you do more damage to them. But as soon as they're out of it, you know, if they like have those stars above them that shows that they're stunned, they take more damage from you. And that's pretty much about it. Nothing too amazing, but it's good burst. It's for sure very good burst. I'm slowly gonna get to level 14, so we recovered pretty well. There's Rotom up, and I'm just gonna speedrun to top. I probably should have been at this Rotom. Again, I can Unite Move one more time. You can Unite Move every single minute on this Pokemon. As long as you farm like 2-3 Corpfishes, you can Unite Move every single minute, and you should do that. Another Fire Spin into Unite Move, they're stuck in it as well. Another Mystic Fire into Fire Spin. This guy is dead. Going for the Blissey now. Gonna wait for my Fire Spin first. Actually, no, I do my Mystic Fire first. Fire Spin, Mystic Fire, Fire Spin. To keep chunking our abilities, and this is why Mystic Fire is so much better. It has so much more cooldown reduction, right? You're allowed to have more Fire Spins, more damage in general. Fire Blast is a bit more burst, but for these team fights, just having more Fire Spins is just so much more important. And now we summon level 14. After this absolutely terrible early game, we came back and level 14, and I think I think this Pokemon is absolutely great. It's of course can be a bit hard. I think in general special attackers have a hard time right now, or special attackers have a bit of a difficult time currently in the game. There's a lot of dive in the match, and it's quite difficult to play from time to time. But I think this Pokemon is just super strong. Looking for the Machamp now. Should be careful though if Machamp decides to turn onto me. I am dead very fast. But we look for Fire Spin on him. We hit a nice Mystic Fire. Another Mystic Fire that even explodes onto more. Another Fire Spin. Mystic Fire. Another Fire Spin. I'm gonna be still careful. Put it between me and Wigglytuff so I can't get Oran. Another Mystic Fire. Now the Sinnace is here as well. You can see we do a lot of damage. We do absolutely a lot of damage. My team gets the last threat. We finish off this Blissey with a Mystic Fire. And now Zapdos fights can be quite difficult. But we also want to stake max range. We want to put, if someone jumps on us, you kind of just put your Unite Move on us, so they have to decide to fight into it. Looking for Fire Spin. Wigglytuff sleeps us though, but I thought I was totally fine. I'm gonna just keep auto-taking the Wigglytuff. He has to Unite Move himself, which is very good for us. I'm actually dropping Super Store Brawler already, but my Hooper luckily uses Buddy Barrier there, and I'm just Unite Moving for the Buddy Barrier, but I sadly still die to Machamp, and that's something that can happen, right? So, characters like Machamp, Gengar, Greninja are very hard to deal with, and you can just die to them pretty easily. Sucks that it took so long to kill us the Wigglytuff, but we still ace them in the end. Now very fast I'm going to switch over to the original stream clip, because this was breaking my heart. I don't know if there's Sinnace still is Uniter. No, don't hyperspace. No, don't hyperspace Zapdos there. No, wait. No! Oh my god, why would you hyperspace Zapdos there? And why you guys walk into it? Oh my god. Why would you do it? My heart. Anyways, hope you guys really enjoyed this video. We did 116,000 damage in the end. It's probably the highest damage I had yet on this Pokemon. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would appreciate if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. Bye!